What's up guys, Odin here and welcome back to the channel. And today I'll be talking about this new microphone from MAONO. This is the PD200W wireless hybrid microphone for podcasters. So if you're looking for a microphone for your YouTube channel, your deck setup, you want to do voiceovers, or if you have a podcast channel and you're looking for a microphone, this is the right microphone for you. And it doesn't come with a heavy price tag as well. I was lucky for MAONO to send this out for me to test out, so I will be giving you guys a full review of this, the functionalities, the features, and everything that actually comes inside this box. And I was lucky for them to send this receiver out for me as well to test out. So this would be for camera. So let me go ahead, do the unboxing and see what this microphone could actually do. I must first appreciate the packaging. It immediately gives you a clear overview of what to expect inside of the box. When you open the box, the first thing you see is the user manual, which gives you a quick overview of how to set up and use the microphone. Next, you will find a USB-C receiver for any device with Type-C connection. You will also get a USB-C to USB-C cable and a USB-C to USB-A 3.0 cable, so you can connect your mic to a wide range of devices depending on what you have. You get a desk clamp to mount the setup securely on your desk. Then of course, there is the microphone itself, which looks really nice and premium with several connectivity options to fit different recording setups. And finally, this was a surprise I didn't expect. I thought I was gonna get a simple mic stand, but actually included a boom arm, which makes positioning the mic a lot more flexible and professional. So that's everything inside the box. I was so surprised that it actually gives you a USB-C receiver here. So you will connect this to your iPhone or Android device once it's a USB-C connection. And that's really cool because you can use this connected to the application that you could download, which I will demonstrate later in the video, and you can turn up the gains, the volumes, everything to control the voice recording that you would want, so it can gives you a good recording at the end of your recording. So, and this is what the microphone looks like. You can basically see up here, you have the mute button and you also have the gains. And it seems like if I look around here, it have RGB. I actually appreciate this section here, but this will prevent like echoes and so on. But I am going to set it up, and I didn't realize that they actually put a stand inside of the box. So this will be connected and clamped to my desk. So I would have it hanging over, coming down for me to use. And I would say that this is really nice because I didn't expect to have this. And this here is a 3.0 connectivity, so this will be connected inside of the microphone holder. Next, slide the boom arm into the opening on the clamp and make sure it's fully seated so it doesn't wobble. I actually ended up moving it to the next section of my desk because I wanted to keep it closer to my laptop. Once I had it in the right spot, I just tightened the clamp and adjust the boom arm, and yeah, this is actually what it looks like now. I just finished and I can say that it looks really nice. For connectivity, there are 3 ways that you could connect this microphone to your setup, and you can also connect it to your laptop if you're on the go, and to your smartphone as well. But to the smartphone, I will get to that later. You have an XLR connectivity, USB-C, and a Bluetooth connection as well, which is really important. It's easy to use the USB-C connectivity because you can just plug in the USB-C connection to the microphone and then connect it to the laptop or a deck setup that you have. That could be a PC build, anything that has USB-C and produced recording functionality, you could do that. You can also see that they also provide an external connection as well, so in case you don't have one, you can connect a USB-C inside this section, and then you can just connect that to your laptop and it works really well, and connect it to your phone as well. So this is a really cool way that you could set up this. I actually like the RGB. If you press the mute button, you will see that it will turn to red. That means it's mute and there won't be any recording. If you pressed it, you can start recording again. That is really important. So I like the RGB on it. I can say that it feels really good in the hand as well. And for the price range, I can say that you're getting a good value for money, given the fact that everything that actually comes in it. Sometimes you have to go outside to buy a stand or a boom arm or stuff like that. You don't have to do it with this microphone, because the MAONO is so considerate that they put this inside there so that you can connect it to your deck setup. You can also see that it comes with a microphone section right here. So the microphone is there. If you have a wired headset, you can just connect your wired headset to that section of the microphone, and then you can speak to your audience, especially if you're a gamer, streamer, YouTuber, anything that's related to going live and you want to speak to your audience. That's what it's there. So right now I am going to test the microphone. I basically going to read a script that I have and for the video. So basically what I'm going to do here is to make sure that the mute button is not on, which is this button right here. So you pressed it, and once the blue light is on, you are free to start recording. And I am going to press record on my screen, wait for the line to finish, and now I'm going to say, today my friends and I decided to hit the park and just skate. There's something about the wind, the open space, and the feeling of rolling freely makes everything else fades away. We laughed, tried a few tricks, and just enjoyed being in the moment. Days like this reminds you that joy can be simple, just good friends, good vibes, and a park to skate in. You will also get a USB-C receiver inside the box. This USB-C receiver allows you to connect it to your iPhone and Android devices as long as it has this USB connectivity. So this is what the receiver looks like. And basically what you would do, you would just plug it right into your iPhone. So once you plug in the receiver here, you would need to download the MAONO application. So once you go to the App Store, just type in MAONO and you will see it. I will leave a link for that down in the description. If you have an Android device, I will also leave a link for that as well. Once you click on it, you will see this section pops up right here. So once you open the application, this is the first thing that you will see here. Basically what it's saying that when you're using the MAONO link, you may not be able to hear the following applications. So incoming call, noise or alerts or alarm, you will not hear those. So once you click confirm, basically now you will see here I'm talking through the microphone and it's like receiving and working directly into this microphone right here. So the microphone that's here, that's what it's working through. And basically now what I could do here, if I want, I can just go ahead and customize how I want the gain, the volume, the noise, and all those things to work. So I can go ahead and tap it down here. I can make changes just by tapping, which is really cool for the gain. And then if I want to max it out, I could, and I could just leave it there. The volume, I could have the volume here, and you have noise, you can have it moderate. You can also change the scene mode, gaming. So if you have like a podcast, if you have like original gaming, or if you're singing, basically you could use that. And then the breathing, I can make it the brightness at 50%. And then external output, I don't need to have that. Basically it's saying that it is not connected, and then once I'm finished, that's what you will see. So basically the application, and before I forget, inside the application here there is a mute button right here. So once I click it, you will see the red icon right there, and once I click it again, it will unmute. So that's how you can mute and unmute the microphone within the application. And I also want to say that they actually sent out a receiver for my camera as well. So this receiver will be attached to my camera, and they also gave me this cable which I will be connecting to this and then connected it to my camera as well. So what I did, I connect this cable here to the microphone jack, and this cable here to the same jack as well. And how I placed it on my camera is that this lever right here, I just squeeze it,
and then insert it within this section right here. And then afterwards, I just go like that, and that's how you will place it on your camera.
The next important feature that I found out with this receiver here is that once you press this button under here on the receiver 3 times, so you have to press it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, until you go over to. So once I press it now, it will turn off noise reduction there to make sure that you can customize the microphone and get the best possible output. And if you are planning to pick up this microphone, I will leave a link for it down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching. Odin here. See you next time. Peace.